Well, studio, we're pleased to welcome now Captain Criss Turnipseed. He's the director of the Mississippi Highway Patrol Public Affairs Division. Hey, Captain, good to see you. You're not on the road today.
Not today. In the building, in the office this morning. Not on the road today, though. So I'd rather be out there on the road. So got to do some things around here, so here I am.
Well, I say that for our audience. Often when you and I visit, you've pulled over on the side of the road. I can tell you're in your vehicle there, and you're out being a highway patrolman, a state trooper. So,
well, office work is a necessary evil. Sometimes you got to do it too. So,
yeah, sure.
Might as well give y'all all the scenery that I get to encounter.
Yes, sir. All right, so we got the big July 4th weekend upon us. Gets cranked up, and of course, this is one of those circumstances where it falls on a Friday, which makes for an elongated weekend. And it seems to me, Captain, just around town, that a lot of folks are already out of town. The roads seem to be a little less congested than they typically are, and kind of the restaurants and the stores and so forth. I think a lot of people have already gotten out of town, but you're expecting still a good bit of travel coming up this weekend, right?
Well, always on these holiday weekends. There's so many people have gotten trips planned and places to go, places to be. I hear a lot of folks going to the beach, which
yeah,
I don't know that I would do the beach on July 4th unless you like waiting 2 or 3 hours on everything and going out to eat and stuff. But hey, some people want to do that. More power to them.
Yeah.
But we're expecting a big crowd. Hopefully, this rain will be a little out for a little while. We're getting almost rain every day, so that kind of spoils outdoor activities as well. But we're expecting some travel. We're starting our travel period the 3rd. We're going to start at midnight and run it through midnight on Sunday. So those are going to be the days that we're really focusing on. We kind of track the numbers. As far as we go, it won't be a very long travel period, but we expect it to be intense, and we expect to get out there and work hard and make sure we keep everybody safe for this Independence Day holiday travel period. That's always the goal here at Mississippi Highway Patrol.
So when we talk about the weekend enforcement period, what exactly does that mean for our motorists?
Well, it's just a time we kind of track. We always just tracking the numbers, how many accidents we have, hopefully minimizing fatalities, citations that are written. We can usually tell a lot about the how much traffic's out there by just looking at the numbers and how well people are behaving. We kind of look at it and compare it to numbers of years past to kind of see where we are and what we need to do, what we need to improve on. A lot of these things we try to go out and do, but the ultimate decision comes down to that person that's behind the wheel. Holiday periods are times we look at stuff, but your travel habits need to be the same year round. You don't need to wait to a holiday period before you decide to make safe decisions behind the wheel. I mean, we do that 365, 24/7 every day of the year as far as trying to keep people be safe driving. But it's just something we've always done. It's just monitored. We always designate a weekend there for a travel period and really ramp up and focus our enforcement efforts. We have some overtime details. We can get more troopers on the road just because we anticipate the increase in traffic, and we try to meet those needs with a little bit more manpower. So that's really what we're focused on. It's just the safety is the mission, safety is our goal, and we try to use the resources we have to make that happen.
Yeah, no doubt about it, and we appreciate that for sure. Are there any road closures, any of the main thoroughfares that we use to travel longer distances between states and across the state that we need to be aware of?
Nothing that's been brought to my attention, nothing I'm aware of. I mean, you've got some of the places where traffic is narrowed down to one lane because of construction and stuff like that. Just normal stuff you've probably seen going to work or going out on your daily travels. Nothing that's going to pop up that you're not already expecting. But you see them cones, you see those signs that say merge, get over. Don't wait till you get up to the cones before you merge. Go ahead and make that happen, because that's usually what causes delay in traffic, is everybody wants to get as close as they can up there before they decide to jump in, and they're depending on somebody to let them in, and that usually will stop traffic. down there on 59 around Hattiesburg, that was a big thing for a long time, where they had some of that traffic lanes shut down, and that was a mess for a while. But they've got some of that opened back up now, and it's a little bit more driver friendly now. But just things like that, just be watchful. No road closures though.
Okay.
Hopefully we can avoid that this weekend.
On kind of a different subject, Captain, are there any new laws that went into effect that we should know about that affect the highway patrol and the motoring public in Mississippi?
Nothing. I did some research and looked at that. Nothing that really pertains to us or traffic. I looked through the things. There were some interesting things on there. Some stuff I'm not really going to mention, but I noticed there was a law about fireworks, where you can sell fireworks a little bit for extended time now. Some laws about some vaping stuff, and there's a few things on there, but nothing really directly pertaining to public safety from our purview. So everything looks like it's pretty much the same. There were some bills that were proposed, but nothing made it into law that's going to affect what we do on a daily basis.
Impersonating a police officer, I think, has now been deemed a felony. Yeah, I was a little surprised to know that it wasn't a felony before we passed this law. I mean, that seems pretty egregious to me.
I did see that, and that might, we don't have a whole lot of people dressing up like law enforcement. At least nothing that we deal with. But that does kind of delve over into the law enforcement sector. But that's not been something we've been tracking out there on our travel habits and the things that we do. But definitely don't be dressing up. I guess you can't dress like one for Halloween either. I don't know how that pertains. I don't know if that was addressed or not.
I saw my friend Major Johnny Polis down on the coast about a month or so ago. How's that organization doing that he's part of? You got any update on that?
It does really good. I think it's been a good resource. The 1034 project, a lot of troopers using it, and it's probably something that should have been around for forever. But in the recent years, there's just been a lot more focus and attention to mental health and the things that, in our line of work, the troopers deal with, that we see, that we encounter, that can really have an effect on your mental health and your personal health as well. We see a lot of situations, a lot of things that human beings aren't supposed to see. You take that home, and that has an effect on your private life, your family, and stuff. And that's helpful to have somewhere to go, have that help available to go talk those issues out. And it's a really, really, really good idea. And I think it's doing really well. There's a lot of guys and gals that are utilizing it. And I think it was something that happened. It was well overdue. And I commend them for it. And a service that was really needed. So it's doing great.
How are we doing as far as recruiting and graduating new state troopers?
Well, we are in the process right now. I got some news on that, but I want to make sure everything goes through. But we're about to start the process for the hiring process for the next patrol school here. Could be early as this week. Applications could start going out. They're still nailing down a few details and making sure all I's are dotted and T's are crossed. But we're looking pretty good on numbers. We've kind of changed how we've done some things. Everything's a lot more, I wouldn't say automated, but a lot more digital. We've kind of come into the 21st century finally. And a lot of that stuff, a lot of what we're doing is available online. We have recruiters that they can access through just clicking on a link. They can talk to them about a career with the Highway Patrol. And I will say, in the last, not quite a year, in the last probably 10 months, we've made, over 600 contacts of people who are interested in becoming troopers. So that if we keep those numbers and add that to the folks that decide they're interested when the application goes out, we ought to be looking pretty good as far as a candidate pool for the next class. So, technology has really helped out on that, and being able to do a school, the commissioner has been able to make sure we can have a school once a year, at least once a year. So that's been really helpful on getting people in the door and becoming troopers. So we're thankful for that, and we look forward to starting this next process that should be starting shortly. So stay tuned. If you're on social media, follow the Highway Patrol, or on Facebook, Twitter, and we're on Instagram. So we'll make all those announcements there, and we'll also probably send out a statewide press release on that stuff too. And one more thing before we go,
Yeah.
we're in the middle of the cruiser competition, best looking cruiser competition. We talk about that every year, and we
Yeah.
need votes. We're way behind right now in the
Uh-oh.
votes. So last time I checked, we were like number 30. So if your listeners out there and watchers would go to our Facebook page and look at that our submission this year and click on that link down there, Mississippi could sure use your help. We're very competitive. These states are like it's better than football as far as being competitive against each other. We want those bragging rights. So just
That's
on our
awesome.
Facebook page, it's there, the link to go vote for Mississippi. We
I'm
got
gonna
a
go
very
do
good
it.
looking. We got a very good looking submission this year as well.
I agree. I'm going to go cast my vote right now. Captain Criss Turnipseed, Director of the Mississippi Highway Patrol Public Affairs Division. Thanks for coming on, Captain. Have a great 4th.
As always, Gerard, I appreciate it, and hopefully we can get those seatbelt number usage up this year.
Yes, sir. Thank you.